Welcome to JMR Talks. Today, under the Inspiring Stories, we'll discuss about Eco Baba. We all know that we have two types of entrepreneurs. One who take risk and wish to make the profit, and within this category, you find another group of people also who carry out their enterprises, their business, with a view to what we call enrich the business, the society. I mean. But the second kind of entrepreneurs, whom I would like to call them as social entrepreneurs, they undertake certain initiatives for benefiting the society at large. So here is one great gentleman. So let us what we call discuss about him. He is none other than BalbirSingh Sechewal. In fact, with affection and with the kind of work he has done, he has been called what we call Eco Baba. Now, what was the background actually? So there is one Kali Bain River. It's about 160-kilometer tributary of Bees in Doba region of Punjab. Now in this Kalibain river, all industrial waste, all kinds of wastage is being dumped, domestic as well as industries and all that. So as a result, what happened? Almost it has become a dumping yard, a drain for all kinds of wastage and all that. So in fact, in this Kalbain river has been considered very sacred, by the people residing in and around. Now, with the kind of what we call domestic and industrial wastage being what we call thrown into this river, some portions of the river got dried up. Then the water problems in the neighboring areas, etc., etc. So in 2000, Balbir Singh decides to clean this Kalbain river, that is the 160-kilometer tributary of what we call Bees. So how he goes about? So first of all, he assembles a group of volunteers by convincing them about the good benefits that will accrue to the society at large, and then with the help of the volunteers, he ran a public awareness campaign, telling the people about how this cleaning the river will help the society and them. And the beauty of the part is that without taking any help from the government, he collected contributions from the people for buying the required tools, etc., and for cleaning it. So with the help of what I call this committed volunteers, they clear the hyacinth and the silt in the entire belt of 160 kilometers as such. Not only they what I call clean the river, they planted trees and they constructed bathing guards and the roads on the river beds. So once the river bed got cleared, it became clean, the natural springs got what I call restored. In addition to what I call cleansing the rivers and constructing river beds, planting the trees, etc., with the help of the government, he developed an underground sewerage system. And further, he arranged for what I call treatment of what I call this sewage in the natural way, so that the water could be used for irrigation and agricultural purposes. He was not only content with the help of with cleaning this river and doing all such related things and all that. He has also established lot of schools and colleges. That when we are talking about waste, is that the problem is about separating solid particles like iron, plastic, polythene, etc. So with an intention to what I call find a solution to this, under his guidance, Sant Avatar Singh Yadgiri Technical Research what I call Center, they have developed a machine which will separate these solid particles like iron, polythene, etc. from the wastage. And this machine is being can be manufactured very cheaply and being tested as such. So in other words, he cultivated a self-help philosophy. Normally we have a tendency to what I call blame on the system or demand from the government to you do this, you do that, and all that. So probably what I call he carried the essential environmental message of Gurbani. What I call we have one poet called Gurujada Parab. He said, దేశమంటే మట్టి కాదు దేశమంటే మనుషులు సొంత లాభం కొంత మనకు పొరుగువాడికి తోడ్పడవు. Now what do we mean by country? Country consists of people and all that. So when we what I call keep our self-interest aside and try to help others, the society as a whole what I call gets what I call enriched. We have entrepreneurs and we have social entrepreneurs. But today, our country needs not only entrepreneurs, who enrich the society by setting up industries and all that, but we also need social entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs who take up issues and provide solutions with a view to what I call, enrich the standard of living in the society. So when we look at the entire work of this Eco Baba, we find that the sheer grit and helpful volunteers, that resulted in cleaning of 160 kilometers of this Kalibain river. So government, recognizing his good work, they give him what called Padma Shri in 2017. Now, what is the learning from this Eco Baba's what I call initiative? That means it is possible to restore our rivers. Where there is a will, there is a way. There is a saying that for the sake of family, we have to surrender ourselves. For the sake of village, you surrender your family. For the sake of state, surrender your village. For the sake of what I call your country, surrender your state. For the sake of universe, you surrender your what I call your nation. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. So let's hope that this inspiring story of Eco Baba will inspire others to undertake such initiatives whereby people's living in the society could be further enriched. In fact, when the first time I heard about this Eco Baba and clearing of this Kalibain river, I was thinking of Hussain Sagar in Hyderabad, because way back in what called 60s and all that sitting on the bank side of Hussain Sagar was what a pleasant experience and all that. But nowadays, with a lot of industrial waste and then being thrown into what I call Hussain Sagar, it's not you don't feel like what I call sitting or relaxing there as such. Hope somebody will one day will get inspired with the help of the government and do the needful, so that people love to what I call visit the Hussain Sagar and enjoy the cool breeze and all that. Thank you.